Good day, everyone, and good day, Cian Patrick Evaristo.
Good day, Alexis Legaspi, and this is ABC News.
The blame for the recent assault on the U.S. Capitol and President Donald Trump's brother dismounting of democratic institutions and norms can be laid at least partly on misinformation and conspiracy theories.
Those who spread misinformation, like Trump himself, are exploiting people's lack of media literacy. It's easy to spread lies to people who are prone to believe what they read online without questioning it.
All of us encounter misinformation with truth. Luckily, here are 5 fundamental lessons from Journalism 101, and all citizens can learn to improve their media literacy and fact-checking skills. This will be explained by 5 reporters.
Let's call Ivy Nepomuceno, who is working from home now.
To Mr. Sean Patrick. We are living in a dangerous age where the internet makes it possible to spread misinformation far and wide, and most people lack the basic fact-checking abilities to discern fact from fiction, or worse, the desire to develop a healthy skepticism at all. The first one is distinguishing verified facts from myths, rumors, and opinions. Cold, hard facts are the building blocks for considered and reasonable opinions in politics, media, and law. And there are no such things as alternative facts. Facts are facts just because a falsity has been repeated many times by important people and their affiliates does not make it true. You cannot expect the average citizen to have the skills of an academic researcher, journalist, or judge in determining the veracity of an asserted statement. However, we can teach people some basic strategies before they mistake mere assertions for actual facts. Students are taught to look to the URL of more authoritative sites, such as .gov or .edu, as a good hint at the factual basis of an assertion. Searches and hashtags in social media are much less reliable as verification tools because you could be fishing within the bubble or echo chamber of those who share common interests, fears, and prejudices, and are more likely to be perpetuating myths and rumors. And that's all. Back to you, Mr. Sean Patrick.
Thank you, Ivy Nepomuceno.
For the second one, who is also working from home, Micaela Nagano.
Thank you, Alexis Legaspi. Mixing up your media and social media diet. We need to break out of our own echo chambers and our tendencies to access only the news and views of those who agree with us on the topics that interest us and where we feel most comfortable. For example, over much of the past 5 years, I have deliberately switched between various conservative and liberal media outlets when something important has happened in the US. By looking at the coverage of the left and right-wing media, I can hope to find a common set of facts both sides agree on, beyond the partisan rhetoric and spin. And if only one side is reporting something, I know to question this assertion and not just take it at the face value. And that's all. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Micaela Nagano.
As for the third one, being skeptical and assessing the punctual premise of opinion, Michelle Bautista.
As Mr. Cian Patrick said, being skeptical and assessing the factual premise of an opinion, journalism students learn to approach the claims of their sources with a healthy skepticism. For instance, if you are interviewing someone and they make what seems to be a bold or questionable claim, it's good practice to pause and ask what facts the claim is based on. Students are taught in media law this is the key to the fair comment defense to a defamation action. This permits us to publish defamatory opinions on matters of public interest as long as they are reasonably based on probable facts put forth by the publication. The ABC Media Watch used this defense successfully at trial and on appeal, where it criticized a Citizen Herald journalist reporting that claimed toxic materials had been found near a children's playground. This assessment of the factual basis of an opinion is not reserved for defamation lawyer. It is an exercise we can all undertake as we decide whether someone's opinion deserves our serious attention and republication. And that's all. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Michelle Bautista.
Exploring the background and motives of media and sources. For further explanation, Rubian Diaz.
Thank you, Alexis. Exploring the background and motives of media and source. A key skill in media literacy is the ability to look behind the veil of those who want our attention, media outlets, social media influencers, and bloggers, to investigate their allegiances, sponsorship, and business models. For instance, these are some key questions to ask. Who is behind that think tank whose view you are retweeting? Who owns the online newspaper you read, and what other commercial interests do they hold? Is your media diet dominated by news produced from the same corporated entity? Why does someone needs to be so loud or insulting in their commentary? Is this indicative of their neglect of important facts that might alter their view? What might an individual or company have to gain or lose by taking a position on an issue, and how might that influence their opinion? Just because someone has an agenda does not mean their facts are wrong, but it is a good reason to be even more skeptical in your verification processes. And that's all. Thank you. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Rubian Diaz. And for the last one, Marichu Gorin.
Thank you, Cian Patrick Evaristo. Reflecting and verifying before sharing. We live in an era of instant republication. We immediately retweet and share content we see on social media, often without even having read it truly, let alone having fact-checked it. Mindful reflection before pressing the sharing button would allow you to ask yourself, why am I choosing to share these materials? You could also help shore up democracy by engaging in the fact-checking processes mentioned above to avoid being part of the problem by spreading misinformation. That's all. Back to you guys.
There's no such things as alternative facts. Always remember the 5 ways to spot misinformation and stop sharing it online.
Distinguishing verified facts from myths, rumors, and opinions.
Mixing up your media and social media diet.
Being skeptical and assessing the factual premise of an opinion.
Exploring the background and motives of media and source.
Reflecting and verifying before sharing. See you again tomorrow and take care. Always wear your mask. This is
ABC News.